On April 2nd, Trump announced the reciprocal tariff plan effective April 9th. In his speech on what he calls it the Liberation Day, he announced a baseline tariff of 10% on imports from all countries, and on a dozen of countries that have trade surplus with the US, he has announced higher tariffs. He called it discounted reciprocal tariffs because he says that he has been very kind while calculating these tariffs on other countries. But the world leaders are furious. First, looking at the most heavily impacted countries, Cambodia at the top with 49% tariffs, Laos at 48%, Vietnam at 46%, Myanmar and Sri Lanka at 44%, Thailand at 36%, Bangladesh at 37%, and China at 34%. India is relatively in a good place compared to other Asian countries with a 26% tariff. Canada and Mexico were exempt from reciprocal tariffs because they were already exposed to a 25% tariff earlier. Now, China collectively pays a tariff of about 54%, so that's high. US trading partners were also not spared. South Korea was slapped with a 25% tariff, Japan with a 24%, Malaysia with 24%, India with 26%, Singapore and Australia with 10% each. The world leaders are not happy. EU says that it's a major blow on the economy and the European Union will retaliate. Canada vows countermeasures and warns of an escalation. Australia refuses to retaliate but says US customers will suffer. China calls for an immediate cancellation, says no winner is there in a trade war. Japan is calling it regrettable. India says it's a mixed bag for the country. Germany warns that trade war will hurt both sides. In US too, the customers say that they will have to pay for these tariffs because goods will now get just costlier for the customers. As per a report, tariffs could cost $5,000 per American household per year. But Trump says that this will bring wealth back to America like when it was a tariff country and when the only problem to US was to figure out what to do with so much wealth. Stock markets across the world were in red after the announcement. Asian markets witnessed significant losses because the highest tariffs were mostly imposed on Asian countries too. Taiwan at 32%. It says it's unfair, but Trump says that he's being very fair. Auto tariffs have also come to effect, 25% tariff on auto imports to the US. Canada has retaliated. It has imposed 25% tariffs on US cars too. The world is worried about the tariffs, and penguins near Antarctica should also brace for a trade war because it looks like Trump doesn't like penguins too. Well, it's not me saying it, it shows from his tariff list. A 10% tariff has been imposed on uninhabited volcanic islands near Antarctica, the Heard and McDonald Islands. There are 0% humans living in these islands, so social media users are asking Trump, what do penguins sell to the USA? Another user joked, saying that it's time that the freeloading penguins paid up. Even former congressmen and many other people joked about this and commented, saying that the penguins are suffering because of the tariffs. And the White House is yet to clarify why these islands are there on the list, but keeping jokes aside, the impact of these tariffs will not be short-term because countries will retaliate. Some will hold talks. There will be new alliances and new ties. Some already seen, like the China, Japan and South Korea free trade agreement, and China even getting cozier with India and establishing a good trade relationship with the country. It's going to be a lot happening now, and the world will watch and feel the impact in their pockets.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now. If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.